Welcome to Sense and Nonsense A to Z, where we pick topics based off of the letter of the day. Today is episode 18 of season 2, featuring the letter R.
Arg. We're family and we're your hosts, AT and Z. So let's get started. So I was thinking, instead of an R hello, how about a quote from the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.?
Love it.
The time is always right to do the right thing.
Nice.
Isn't that cool?
Yes.
I got another one too. You want to hear this one too?
Yeah.
The ultimate measure of a man is not where he stands in moments of comfort and convenience, but where he stands at times of challenge and controversy.
This man was a good speaker.
Yeah, he was good.
God, he was the best.
He was a good man, for sure.
Yeah.
So I got to tell you something that happened to me.
All right.
I got a call from a person who knows somebody that I sold their house 19 years ago and they recommended me. I know. Incredible, right?
Yeah.
So they have this rental property. So I went over to the rental property. I said, do you mind if I take a look at the backyard? And the guy goes, no, let's come see my chickens.
Nice.
And I said, oh, you got chickens? This is great, you know?
Yeah.
So I go in the backyard and I start talking to the chickens. And I turned to him and I said, are they laying eggs? And he goes, are they? He goes, do you want a dozen? I said, are you serious? I said,
Yeah.
there is an egg shortage, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I got fresh eggs.
That's rad.
They were just laid the day before.
Have you had any yet?
I had one.
How is it?
They're delicious.
Yeah.
They are delicious. And so, of course, I did some research. You can leave them out for weeks.
Yeah.
You know, but once you rinse them, and you can only rinse them with just warm water.
Mm-hmm.
So I did a whole bunch of research on this, because there's like this kind of protective thing. So this way they don't get bacteria. Yeah.
Yeah.
But as I was washing them very carefully, the shells are very thick.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yes, because they're not being made to produce too many eggs.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Awesome.
That's awesome. I would love to be able to keep chickens.
Yeah. Wouldn't that be cool?
We use a lot of eggs.
Chickens too.
I know.
Do you really use a lot of eggs?
We do, because the little guy gets a French toast.
Yeah.
So he uses eggs for that. Yeah.
Well,
if I'm
still in touch. I'm still in touch with this guy. Next time I come down, I'll bring you some, you know?
Oh, that would be great.
Yeah, because you can only eat so many. And,
yeah.
And he was more than happy to give them to me.
Oh, I'm sure he was. Yeah.
The other thing that has come up, have you been watching any of this Prince Harry with his new book?
Spare.
Yeah.
I have not. I've seen some of it peripherally.
Okay.
I know it's like the best-selling nonfiction book,
right?
Whatever, and he's been making
making the rounds.
Yeah.
He started with Anderson Cooper, and then I saw him with Stephen Colbert.
Yeah.
Which was pretty good.
Didn't he ask him if he wanted a cocktail?
Are you kidding me? They were drinking tequila.
Yeah.
They were drinking tequila. He was like, yes. So he was pouring the tequila. It was, I mean, that's what Colbert does anyway. Yeah. But it was fun. It was.
I'm sure it was.
Yeah. I mean, he's charming.
Of course he is.
Very intelligent. He's a big guy.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And, he's got a story to tell. So
I know.
I think part of it is that he wants to set the record straight with what goes on with the media in England. You know?
I think so. But some of it sounds like, now, a lot of it I'm just seeing as headlines and everything. It's like, oh, Prince William did this, Prince William did that.
Yeah.
And it's all very shocking. And I'm like, really? Not my family.
No, not at all.
People yell at each other.
Yeah,
people say inappropriate stuff all the time. What, just because they're royals, you think that that's not going to happen?
Yeah.
You know, or it shouldn't happen. They're just human beings, you know, and there's been more than one shoving incident in my family as well, you know, like that's what families are. And I think some of this stuff is a little bit overblown, I think. I don't know. I haven't read the book or anything.
You're going to probably read the book, right?
I will eventually
I'm
read
sure
the
you
book.
would. Yeah.
But
if you get a chance, the beginning of Colbert was Colbert and two trumpeters dressed up in the hallway. And somebody, like a producer, comes out and he says, he's coming. And then the trumpeters go, and then you see Harry round in the corner. And Harry's going, no, you don't need to do this. And Colbert's going, this is not for you. Get out of the way. And then around the corner comes Tom Hanks. It was so funny. It was good. Oh, shoot. So anyway, all about the stuff that's going on in the news. What's going on with you?
I had book club.
Ah, yeah. How'd that go?
It was good. It was very small this time. It was 6 of us, and we had enough food for probably 18.
Wow.
Yeah, there was a lot of food there. And like everybody was like, oh, I just ate dinner. There was so much food.
Where do you have book club? Do you take turns?
We take turns. And usually whoever hosts picks the book or picks 2 or 3 that people vote on. And
when is it your turn?
It is not my turn because my son...
Oh, you have an issue,
can
be very disruptive to stuff like that.
Yeah. And so we'll have to wait to see how that sorts itself out.
Maybe in the summertime,
or maybe in a year or so. But he will definitely not just stick to a different part of the house. He would definitely make himself known. The nice thing about book club is that everybody experiences the book differently, and we all get to say our bit and turn into a pretty lively discussion sometimes. But book club this last time was mostly dominated by our own chit chat. It was, we did talk about the book and there was good discussion, but I would say at least half was, personal stuff with what's going on. And
does it have to do with school or neighborhood?
Just people stuff. Some of it was dogs not on leashes, and I think that's like a regular issue in people's neighborhoods. For some reason, people will not leash their dogs. Not everybody, of course. There are absolutely responsible dog owners out there. There are owners that always pick up after their dogs, and then there is a subset who just don't think any rule applies to them. And it's a reoccurring issue with people not either leashing their dogs or picking up after their dogs and coming up way onto people's property to allow their dogs to roam and everything. So please don't do that, because there are children about. There are people who have been bitten by dogs. Like, out of the 6 people that were there at our book clubs, 2 had been bitten by dogs. So 2 out of 6, that's a really large number. The lady's house that we were at, she has an aggressive dog and she knows it, and she does everything that she can to keep her dog under control. She leashes her, she walks responsibly. If she sees another person coming with a dog or another person at all coming, she'll cross the street even if there's no sidewalk. She's very responsible. Now, somebody comes along with a dog that's not leashed and that dog runs up on her dog, then whatever dog that is probably going to get hurt, and now she's responsible. So there are lots of reasons that these laws are in place, and absolutely in place. So please be responsible. Leash your pet. I know it sounds a little bit preachy, but like, it really came up last night because in suburban neighborhoods, people walk.
Oh yeah.
And you never know what's going to set a dog off.
The same with mine. Mine's super duper friendly, and it's like, I know. And most I'm very careful.
People, we do like dogs, but my kid is afraid.
I know.
He got bit when he was little.
Yeah.
He's been gun shy ever since. And if your dog untethered runs up upon my son, whether it's a little bitty thing or a huge thing, it makes him nervous. It makes me nervous. I don't know this dog. Your dog is friendly to you, but you don't know how it's going to act to anybody else,
It's our PSA announcement for the day.
And make sure you eat your vegetables. Just want to mention that Lisa Marie Presley just died.
My goodness.
54 years old.
Yeah.
Cardiac arrest 2 days after she made an appearance at the Golden Globes.
Yep.
To support Austin Butler, who won Best Actor for the movie Elvis, for playing Elvis, her dad.
And they said that she was great that day.
Yeah, but she looked a little unsteady. She was a little unsteady. They haven't really dug into yet why she died. They are saying of cardiac arrest, but her dad died of cardiac arrest.
How old was her dad when he died?
43.
Wow.
She only outlived him by 11 years, which...
Yeah. Especially this day and age.
I know. And she's survived by 3 of her children. One of her children passed in 2020, committed suicide.
Oh,
I know. It's just like tragedy in that family, man.
Yeah.
I had just seen that movie, Elvis. Austin Butler did a very good job.
I remember you told me.
Yeah. I've always liked Elvis. And I know a lot about his story, but watching that really broke my heart. He was really alone. And I think that, reading a little bit about Lisa Marie and her story, and she had several marriages, and I feel like she always felt alone. I think she was trying to also keep from feeling alone. That's why she had some of the marriages she did. So I'm really sorry for her family. I'm for sure. For Priscilla, oh my God, my heart goes out to her, but her children also, who are just probably still reeling from the death of their brother and now dealing with their mom. So my heartfelt condolences to that family.
Absolutely. I just want to talk about a couple things regarding NFL.
Okay.
Mainly, it's going to be centered around DeMar. A few things happened this past week, and this is during the regular season. Pittsburgh Steelers played the Cleveland Browns. One of the guys on Pittsburgh's defense sacked the Browns quarterback, Deshaun Watson. When a fellow Pittsburgh defensive guy went to help up his teammate who did the sack, and congratulate him for the sack, he did some CPR compressions on his chest before he helped him up.
What?
Oh, yeah. The Steelers have gotten slammed about this.
Yeah.
Yeah, hello. So on a brighter note, Damar Hamlin was released from the hospital and he's home. But during the Bills game against the Patriots, the first play of the game was a kickoff. And the Bills ran it back for a touchdown.
I saw that.
He was in ICU.
Yeah.
He was jumping up and down in bed, and he set off every alarm. When the doctors had a press conference and they were talking about it, they were giggling.
Yeah.
They were proud of him.
They're
saying it's like a miracle that he's done so well.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, his charity to date is about $9 million.
Yeah.
So now he's partnering with the Giving Back Fund. His new charity is called the Chasing M's Foundation. And the M's this is all something that he said, I guess, ever since high school. It's chasing millions. So I guess that's one of his sayings.
Okay.
So it'll help support young people through education and sports. And in addition of buying a lot of toys for his original charity.
Awesome.
So
Yeah.
Sweet. Yeah. But he's doing great.
All right, get your envelope. Let's do word game.
Okay. I've got it.
All right.
Okay. All right, ready?
Are you? You're holding your head.
No. Holding the head, scratching the head. Yeah, I know. Okay. The first clue is tennis
racket.
Hey.
All right. 5 right off the top.
I just wrote it down.
Okay.
I got my piece of paper right here. Okay.
All right. Prize.
Reward.
Yay!
All right. That's a 5.
Okay. Demolish.
Rubble.
Destroy.
Ruin?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Album.
Record.
Good. Now, I don't know if this is record or record.
It doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
Same letters.
Yes, exactly.
Batman.
Robin.
Yay!
Yay! Icebox.
Refrigerator.
Good.
Okay.
It's all in the clues.
Yeah. Condiment.
Relish.
Yes.
Wow. It was coming out of my mouth and I thought it was wrong, you know?
Yeah. I don't know if that was, she meant actually relish or if she meant like I'm relishing
the idea.
But I don't care.
All right, let's give this one a shot here.
Okay.
Rocky.
Road.
Mammal.
Raccoon.
Yes. Rocky Road. You're thinking ice cream.
Yeah.
I'm thinking Beatles. You know. Is that it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah. Hold on.
Yeah.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 43.
All right.
All right.
You're tied for the top, man.
Yep.
Good job.
Yeah, you too.
Okay, one word left in the envelope to use to transition into our What Do You Think Of segment.
And the winner is?
Radio.
Okay, radio. Do you want to go first? You want me to go first?
First one has to be Radio Gaga.
Okay.
That's got to be the first one.
That's right. Okay, I got another song. Radioactive.
Yes.
Yeah.
Radiohead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Radio Nowhere.
Radio
Bruce Springsteen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Radio station.
Radio City Music Hall.
Nice.
Right?
Talk radio.
Oh, good one. Pandora Radio.
Radio show.
Oh, good. Well, along with Pandora is iHeart, right? iHeart Radio?
Yes. Yeah. Radio Shack.
Good. Radio Tower.
Yep. Radio Waves.
Good. Radio, you said station. Ham Radio.
FM radio.
Radio News. Or News Radio.
News radio. Yeah.
News Radio.
Radio host.
Radio Silence.
Ooh.
Right?
Yeah. CB radio.
Car radio.
Radio dial.
I don't know if I have anything else.
What about radio presets?
Oh, there's a radio hotel in New York. That counts.
Yeah.
I think there's a radio bar too.
Huh. What about like?
I don't know what street they're on, but you know.
What about late night radio?
How about Radio Free Europe?
Oh.
Right?
Yeah. How about what about Radio Voice?
I'm radioed out.
Yeah. We hope you like that segment, and remember to follow us on Facebook and leave us a comment, keeping it about PG-ish, and let us know what you think of when you think of radio.
Okay, so I have some headlines, so let me know whether you feel that these are right or wrong.
Okay.
Seattle's public school district has filed a lawsuit against Meta, Google's parent company Alphabet Inc., and other social media giants, alleging that misconduct by the big tech firms have been a substantial factor in causing a youth mental health crisis. The lawsuit also names Snap and TikTok's parent company ByteDance, claiming the company's platforms were designed to hook children in excessive use, causing the mental health crisis and hampering schools' education efforts.
I think that's wrong.
Well, how about the filing of the lawsuit? What do you think?
I don't think that's right.
Okay.
Things are always designed to be attractive, from cereal boxes to platforms. Their job is to make money. Magazine covers, everything. It's all brainwashing. It's all to hook us. They put sugar in everything to get you hooked on it. I mean, you would have to sue everybody in the world for everything, because everybody's trying to make money off of stuff. We live in a capitalist society. The thing to do is do your best to educate kids and
ask parents to
limit their exposure if you can. I mean, they are living in an age where this is the media that's accessible now. Every generation has had to deal with the new thing that's hooking their kids on stuff. Like we were just talking about Elvis. When he came out, they were trying to put him down because they thought rock and roll music was going to corrupt all the kids.
Yeah, exactly.
So we're going to put him in jail if he didn't go to the army. So, I mean, you know, at a certain point, you can't just blame the world. You got to adapt and do what you can to raise your people right. You know, it's not everybody else's fault. There's always going to be contributing factors. There's always going to be that lure. You got to do the best you can, but you can't sue everybody in the world.
Yeah. Which leads into number 2, porn. A new study found that most kids are seeing adult material online by the age of 12. Porn is popping up on kids' computers at school, even in elementary schools. So according to a new report by Common Sense, which is a nonprofit media company, a majority of teens between 13 and 17 have seen pornographic online, or intentionally or by accident, and that 73% of all teenagers in the U.S. are exposed to pornography.
Yeah, that's really wrong.
Yeah.
It's too prolific. It's too easy to get. Part of the problem with porn is that it's so unrealistic. It's not, you know, how people really behave in the world.
Yeah.
It's
the wrong thing to be teaching kids.
Exactly. And it's not just still images either. You know,
and
it's very
when we were
objectifying.
growing up.
Yeah.
It was magazines, you know.
Right.
Like, oh man, Playboy, Hustler, you know.
Yeah.
But now, porn's a different animal, that's for sure.
Absolutely. It really is.
Yeah.
Since you can get it so easily, it's on a constant kind of overload. Especially, I think, young men get most of their education from porn because people are so reluctant to actually talk about, you know, how to be in relationships, how to treat women properly. And it contributes a large contribution of their education in relationships and how to deal with sexual relationships comes from porn, which again goes back to the whole education thing. Like, if you let the internet teach your kids about everything, they're going to get a skewed version of how things should be going.
Right. Okay, number 3. New Year's Eve fireworks canceled because of a masturbating walrus. Did you hear about this? No. Okay.
Oh my God.
In Scarborough, UK, visitors go to this harbor to see the New Year's Eve fireworks. But another attraction of this town is a huge walrus. His name is Thor. On New Year's Eve, Thor decided to hang out and put on a show of his own.
Oh.
So, this quote, "It seems the animal felt no pressure from many eyes watching as it began masturbating with a flipper."
Oh my God.
The town was forced to cancel the fireworks because of its fears that it could cause distress to the mammal. And the welfare of the walrus had to take precedence.
Oh my God.
They were saying that they had to cover the kids' eyes and stuff.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I don't know how to answer that question.
Well, I think it's really right.
I mean, to cancel the fireworks? Yeah. You know, I mean, I guess so. Yikes.
I know. Okay, next one is Disney. As of March 1st, Disney's requiring its employees to be in the office 4 days a week. Currently, it's 3 days. So they're, I guess, progressively getting back to a regular schedule. But it's a big to-do about 4 days.
I don't know if that's right or wrong. I appreciate telework. I know other people do, especially with gas prices being such that they are and the economy being the way it is. And it's all around cheaper to do. But I think, you know, I understand that people who are paying for a facility
Right.
And all the overhead for that facility, want to make that worth it to them as well. Yeah. So, I mean, you know, that's a tough thing.
I get both sides.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Number 5, C-SPAN draws huge ratings. Viewership numbers were up 160% during the days of House Speaker votes.
Oh, yeah.
The C-SPAN producers had full reign over their cameras because normally the camera angles are controlled by Congress. And since there was no Congress, they showed everything.
Oh, my goodness.
I watched C-SPAN.
I know.
Jon Stewart even tweeted, "The best season of C-SPAN ever."
That's pretty funny.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So anyway, I definitely like that they had free reign.
I think that should be the case with a free press now.
Yes, I think so.
Yeah.
Okay, next one. After Goldman Sachs laid off 8% of their workforce, to add insult to injury, no more free coffee for their employees.
What?
Yeah.
That's wrong.
I think that is so wrong, right?
That is a
right?
given
Is it right
amenity.
or wrong?
Yeah,
it's
that's
wrong.
That's wrong.
Come on, how much does that cost?
Free coffee? Come on.
Yeah.
Considering the prices that you're selling everything at, you should be able to foot the bill for the coffee.
Yeah, come on.
Come on. It's not even like it's good coffee either. Come on. You know they're doing it as cheaply as possible.
Of course. I'm sure it's,
come on.
You know, yeah. Okay, next one. Krispy Kreme released their new low in calorie, high in protein donuts. 200-calorie donut called Skinny Donuts. Come in 2 flavors, lemon crush and berry burst.
That sounds disgusting to me.
If I'm going to eat a donut,
yeah, I want it to be full fat and yeah. No, that's wrong. A donut is a donut. Don't try and make a healthy donut. It's first of all, it's not going to be healthy. Yeah. Second of all, when they try to make stuff that's historically bad for you healthy, it just turns
horrible, right?
Bad for you in another way. You know?
I still want to try it though.
Ugh, sounds hideous.
Yeah, I hear you.
What's the consistency of a donut going to be when you start adding 10 grams of protein to it?
Yeah, I don't know.
Ugh.
Not a clue. Okay, the next one. Ballroom dancing can improve cognitive functions and reduce brain atrophy in older adults. So a study was done with a group over 65 years old, half on treadmills, half did ballroom dancing. And the ballroom dancing group had better brain processing, which works with the frontal of the brain that helps reduce atrophy, helps reduce Alzheimer's and dementia.
Mm-hmm. That's really right.
I think that's all good, right?
Get out there and boogie, man.
Yeah.
It's really important because you're learning steps, you're doing things in order.
Exactly. Whereas treadmill, it's like
mindless.
Yep. I get that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, the next one is U.S. Consumer Product Safety Commission is considering banning gas stoves.
I am so upset about this. It is so wrong.
So 1 in 8 cases of childhood asthma is being attributed to exposure to gas stoves. So it's wrong. Very wrong. I'm wondering whether they're going to do like gas fireplaces too.
I hope not, because these two things save us when the electricity goes out.
Yeah.
That is the main reason that I got a gas stove.
Yeah.
I don't think so. People have been raised with gas for a long time. I think there are tons of other environmental factors going on. The gas stove is not the thing that's causing the asthma, in my opinion.
Okay.
There are so many other things to be worried about than banning the gas stoves in homes, because most homes don't even have them anyway. So come on. If you choose to, don't ban it. Yeah. Why don't you ban the pollution that the companies are flinging out there into the atmosphere? Stay out of my house. Honestly, I'm sick of that. Don't ban the consumer plastic bags. Ban all the companies that waste plastic constantly, all the chemicals that they're dumping everywhere into the environment.
I'm definitely with you on that.
And all that stuff. Don't just stay out of my house. Just don't tell me that I can't have a gas stove. No, I don't agree. Wrong.
And the last one, M&M's unveiled the new female focus package. The campaign is called Flipping the Status Quo. So there's a limited edition packaging which is designed to honor women changing the world and flipping the antiquated gender roles and ideas. So the M&M girls are upside down, which makes the M a W, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they're green, brown, and purple.
Okay, kudos for the colors.
I like the colors.
Just add the colors.
Yeah, but they flipped them. They flipped them the whole. Yeah.
I think it's wrong. I'm tired of that, because what it does is it's like, oh, here's special for women. It should be all the time. So just add it to the pack. Don't make it a limited edition. Oh, we're flipping the script for women. That's almost, it feels to me condescending. It's like, oh, here, look at what we're doing for you, because normal products aren't good enough. It's not good enough to just integrate in society in our normal pack. So we're going to make it special, limited edition, because we're only honoring women and flipping the script on it for a short period of time. Just add the friggin' thing into the regular pack.
I'm almost surprised they didn't add a pink one.
Just stop being so condescending.
Just do some women M&Ms, right?
Yeah, just how about treat us good? Like all the time, like regularly. Make the pay equal, time off, that kind of thing. I don't need a specialized pack of M&Ms. Look how pretty the M&Ms are. That's for you ladies. Look at the pretty M&Ms for you ladies. No, we know that the pretty ones will attract you. Here you go. M&Ms, just like girl boss. No, we're not girl bosses. We're just bosses. There's no difference. Don't girl boss me. That's condescending and patronizing.
It's patronizing. Exactly. I know. So you're saying wrong.
I think that's a money grab to try and prove how woke they are. It's ridiculous. There's one female little green M&M. If you wanted me to see how great you're doing, give me another one. You know what I mean? Get me the purple one. Keep the purple one all the time.
Right.
So that's
that. So that's that. That's 10 headlines.
Yep. Okay, Pineapple Corner, Season 2, Episode 8, Rob-a-bye Baby.
I really like this episode.
It's fun to say, too. Have you said it? Rob-a-bye Baby?
Rob-a-bye Baby?
Yeah. Chief Vic commissions Sean and Gus to find her a nanny because her nephew that was watching her daughter is going back to nursing school, and she is getting zero sleep. And I'm going to tell you, I can really identify with this because people are like, oh, you sleep when the baby sleeps. You can't do that.
No.
But she was probably actually sleep deprived in real life because she had a newborn at the time. So when she's in her office sleeping with her eyes open and Sean's talking to her the whole time.
It's funny. I think of that scene all the time.
And she's like, and then suddenly her face falls out of her hand. She's like, oh, I'm so sorry.
I fell asleep. It was creepy. You had your eyes open, right?
Yeah.
And then she said that she learned that when she was on stakeout.
Exactly.
Yeah, that was good.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So she commissions them to do this thing, but of course Sean doesn't want to do it. So he spends like half the episode ignoring what she told him because she just wants him to concentrate on this. But there's all this other cool crime going on, and he wants in on it. And Gus is like, no, we're doing this for the chief of police. Like, this deserves your attention because she decides whether we're going to get more cases or not. What are you doing? And he can't help being Sean, of course.
And one kind of leads into the other too.
It kind of does, but what's great about it is that he discovers that case through going to the park to try and find a nanny to poach.
Which was a good idea when you think about it.
It was a great idea, except
They were
They're
creepy.
two creepy guys in the park with no kids, like stalking these children and their nannies.
I know.
And it's so funny when Buzz shows up and he's like, "Sorry guys, I got to report two creepy guys in the playground." And they're like, "We'll keep an eye out." And it's like, "No, it's you."
We've been just hanging out in the bushes. Yeah, exactly.
You're trying to give candy to these kids. You're asking about spanking and whether your nanny's always keeping an eye on you and it'd be easy to get away.
And by the way, in the park, he was eating pineapple, popcorn, jelly beans, which were horrible.
Which were disgusting. And he's like, "Why can't I stop eating these?" Sean harangues Julia into going to this nanny agency with him to investigate.
Yeah.
And they are Mr. and Mrs. Levon Tostig. And Juliet goes on this whole thing about how she doesn't believe in the institution of marriage because it was designed blah, 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 blah. She's like, but if we are going to pretend, this is how it's going to go. And she just motor mouths her way the entire time. And Sean has that glazed over look.
Right.
And then she occupies the head of this agency with how their little Millicent's room is decorated while he goes and investigates. And you can see them
and the specifics that she came up with the drapes and the wallpaper and the crown molding. It's funny.
It's really good.
Yeah, really good.
So they leave. And at this point, Sean thinks it's the nannies. And then he's like, "Oh, no, it's not the nannies." And then they find out some more information and they have to go back to this agency.
Right.
And this time Gus is with him.
What's funny is when he walks in and the receptionist goes, "Oh, Levon, you're back."
And he's like, "This is my best friend, Shmuel Cohen." Gus is just like, "Hi." It's like, he's really overprotective. He's godfathered my little Millicent. It's like, you're really committing to this lie here.
Yeah.
And then they start whistling and Sean's clearing his throat and it's like, and she's got a headache.
Yeah.
She lets him go.
She lets him go into the boss's office.
Yeah.
And sit there.
Yeah. And they discover the big clue, which is that they're spying. They're using their baby cameras to spy on the next door neighbors and get their security codes. And they uncover this whole robbery ring.
Yeah.
And he's like, "You got to call it Jules. Big Vision, top 7 of all time. Top 7. Like, who is the top 7 of all time?"
I don't know. But then he told him, "You have to meet me over at Chief Vic's house."
That's right. And they congregate outside Chief Vic's house. And he's like, "Where's your baby gift?" He's like, "You're gonna go to
Lassie."
Yeah. And they're like, "Uh-oh." And so they knock on the door and Chief Vic opens the door. And this is my favorite part of this whole episode.
Me too.
First it's Lassie and he's like, "Oh, I should have got you this before, but happy baby gift." And he gives her the club, the steering wheel club.
The steering wheel club, yeah. And then Jules has Tic Tacs. And this is a rattle, but it's also a breath freshener.
Yeah. Then Gus is a bunny rabbit. His is the only appropriate one. It's a bunny rabbit with big ears.
Yes.
And then here comes Sean with
the pineapple and the bow and the bow and a ribbon on it. Yep.
Yeah.
Of course.
She's like, "What are you all doing here?" And then she apologizes to Sean for snapping at him because in that scene where she is sleeping with her eyes open, she actually winds up firing him really dramatically, really good. Like that was a really good scene from her. Like she was really intense and scary.
Yeah.
She fires him because he's not listening to her and he keeps trying to investigate the robberies when she's just trying to get a nanny.
And she wants him just to concentrate on that and that alone.
And she said, "I may have overreacted and I realized that after I tried to run over my husband for leaving the garage door open." Oh my God.
Wow.
Yeah. So Sean does his breakdown, but he's got to do it really quiet because the baby is finally asleep, and the head of the agency and the guy who installed the cameras is all at Chief Vic's house, which is why they're there doing the whole reveal.
Right.
And Sean basically, rats them out, and the guy, the camera guy, he's like, "I don't know what this guy's deal is, but," and she goes, "This guy's deal is that he's a psychic." And Gus is like, "And he works for the police department." And the head of the agency is like, "Oh, really?" And Chief Vic's like, "Yes, really. The Santa Barbara Police Department, which I happen to be the chief of." And it's just one of those moments because there has to be quiet the whole time.
Right.
So it's really intense and you're like, yeah. And then, of course, Lassie blows it and he's loud. The baby wakes up.
Right.
But it's really funny when Sean's doing the breakdown because he does the reveal holding a little bunny rabbit.
Yes.
And he's like, the teddy bear snores. He's pretty sure the turtle's an alien, and the monkey only wants to pull my finger.
And at the end, he does a fist bump with the bunny.
The bunny, I know.
Cute.
It's really good. It's really cute.
It's a really good episode.
It is. It's got a lot of fun little moments in it.
Yes.
And of course, he winds up sticking Henry with the baby until the nephew decides to transfer and come back. So Henry's going to nanny for 2 weeks before the nephew comes back. But he doesn't know it because he's like, Sean, you said 5 minutes.
Sorry, Dad, 2 weeks.
Yeah. It's cute.
Yeah. It's funny, when we were going through the word game, this word came up. For Greece, I was going to talk about the ruins in Greece.
Oh,
yeah. So there's a ton of famous Greek ruins. Probably the most famous one is the Acropolis in Athens, which is made up of 21 buildings and 2 theaters. They're all historical landmarks. And what amazes me is the mastery of the architecture.
Mm-hmm.
There's 2 ruins that I've really am intrigued with. One is the Theater of Epidaurus. It's located in the southern part of Greece, close to Kalamata and Sparti. And how about that, right?
Mm-hmm.
This theater was able to house 16,000 people, and it was built in the 4th century BC.
That's incredible.
Its acoustics to this day are incredible. It's mostly made of marble, and someone can whisper on stage, and it's able to be heard in the last row.
Wow.
Unbelievable. The second one is a main historic attraction of Greece, which is the Panathenaic Stadium. It's about a mile from the Acropolis. The race course was originally built in 6th century BC, but then the stadium itself was completed in 330 BC. It's locally known as Gali Marmaro, which is beautiful marble. It's the only stadium in the world that's fully made of marble. It's all marble. It was a multi-purpose stadium which held up to 80,000 people.
Oh my goodness.
And they say that it's truly unbelievable how the lines of the marble seating just hugs the racetrack. It's not used for anything else pretty much except for ceremonial events, of which the 2004 Athens Olympics had the finish of the marathon. It's also used for the finishing point of the Athens Classic Marathon, which is done annually. But every Olympics, the ceremony of the Olympic flame, it starts in Olympia, travels around Greece, but when the torch is transferred, it's done in this stadium. And then the hosting nation takes it and does the torch relay from there. I'm just amazed of the architecture. And considering how long ago, it's just amazing to me. And how large they are. And there's so many of them across Greece.
I know. What's amazing is how they made the columns so that even though, so that when you're looking at them with your eye, they look straight, but they're not straight.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, how the hell did they know that? You know,
the
scale of these things.
Yes,
you know?
yes. There's no computers. You know, I mean,
no.
How did they know? How did they make all this stuff?
It's Pythagoras. That's how.
There you go.
You know?
There you go. But it just amazes me.
It is.
It really does. I look at pictures like, how the hell did they come up with this stuff? And they're huge. You know,
it's true.
So the ruins of Greece. So before we go, time is running out for 2 lottery winning tickets in Mississippi, totaling $4.5 million.
Ah.
Yeah. One is a $500,000 Powerball ticket, and the other is a $4 million Mega Millions ticket.
You better get on that.
Yeah. So we started the episode with a quote from the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King. So I figured we'd end it with a quote from Coretta Scott King.
Nice.
Struggle is a never-ending process. Freedom It's never really won. You earn it and win it in every generation.
That's true. Sometimes I think more than once.
Mm-hmm.
On that poignant note, if you enjoyed this episode, remember to tell your friends and follow us on Facebook at Sense and Nonsense A to Z, all one word. And wherever you're listening, please like our episodes. And if you're listening on YouTube, subscribe to our channel and be sure to hit the notification bell.
Ding!
To get notified of each episode as it becomes available.
We appreciate you listening. With that, we're out of here.
Thank you very much. We'll see you next week.